Aloha, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from the North Shore of Oahu. It is December 30th, 2014. It's like 9:40 in the morning. Perfect time to do sales training. 70 degrees outside. Figure why not? So I get common questions asked to me or emailed to me, and I'm just going to go through them with you because I thought it'd be cool because people ask them. And since they ask them consistently, somebody wants to know. So the first question I get a lot is, why not a studio? Now, I do have a studio at home, but I don't like being inside. I really like being outside. And I think that, you know what? It's way cooler to have like pictures of the North Shore behind me, or San Diego, or Los Angeles, or San Francisco, like all the cool places that I get to go, instead of being in a studio. I just think that like being outside is just, I don't know, it's awesome. And it's just way cool. So it's just a personal belief of mine. So like sometimes people will say, hey Scott, are you really in these places, or is it a green screen? So I'm gonna help you out. I'm not on a green screen, right? I'm gonna pick some grass, right? I got some grass right here that I just picked up. I'm not on a green screen, it's really real. I'm out here in Hawaii. If I mean, here's what I'll do. I'll turn the video around and I'll show you, right? There we go. I'm out at Pupukea Creek. I'm out on the North Shore, right? So that's one of the most common questions. Is it real? Are you really filming live? I'm filming live, okay? So the second thing is, or the third thing is, people say, well, hey Scott, what kind of Aloha shirts are those? And I love Ren Spooners. Ren Spooners are one of my favorite Aloha shirts. They got the original spooner cloth, which means that it's inside out, right? So what they do is like, what would normally be the outside of the fabric, they flip it around. That's what spooner cloth is. I love this stuff, okay? So if Ren Spooner, if you're watching, if you want to send me a bunch of Aloha shirts, I'm a double extra large, I'll take them. But I like the button downs and not the pullovers. I'm kind of picky that way, okay? The fourth question is my favorite place to shoot videos. I gotta tell you, I get to travel out to Hawaii 4 to 6 times a year. My favorite place to shoot videos, isn't that like, who wants to watch a whiteboard? I'm gonna watch the waves come over Sharks Cove. That's way cooler than a whiteboard. That's just my belief, okay? So my favorite place to shoot videos is anywhere tropical, anywhere near the ocean. I love water. So, you know, if people are like, hey Scott, I got a job for you. Can you come shoot some videos in the middle of the United States? I'll do it. You know, I'd shoot some videos at the Arch. I'll shoot some videos at a really cool arena, but I would much rather be near tropical weather because I don't like to be cold, okay? So, next question I get asked, why sales training and body language? Well, you know, sales training, when I started, I went and I read all the books on sales that I get my hands on, and I read a lot. I've read a ton of books up until this point. And a lot of sales training, it lacks a little bit of information. Like, it gets you to the point, but it's really meant to get you into coaching programs. And I got a challenge with that. So I said, you know what? I've read a ton on sales, and I'm a sales trainer, so here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of my best tips, my best strategies, and my best information up, and I'm gonna help salespeople out. So that's why sales training. Second thing for body language, because body language is just freaking cool. I've been studying it now for about 10 years. It's 2015 and 2 days, so I've been studying body language now for 10 years. I don't know why I looked at my watch. That was kind of silly of me. Oh yeah, my watch says it's 9:45. No idea. So body language is really cool. It's something that does help people. There's always a challenge though, is the body language law of reaction that thinks that if I say something or I'm doing something with my body language, that automatically means that I have a belief, which doesn't, which creates an escalation in between people. But body language is cool. So the next question I get a lot is, old school sales dead? Yes, it is. You know, all the wouldn't choose, couldn't choose, shouldn't choose, isn't it, wouldn't it, couldn't it? Those things are all gone. You know, and the thing is sales is conversational. And the more conversational that you can make something, the more that you don't have to deal with objections, the more that they go away, and the person will just flat out tell you what's going on. I'm more of a fan of like, hey look, I'm gonna tell you from the very beginning, I don't know how to sugarcoat. I'm gonna ask whatever's going on in my head. I'm gonna do it politely, but I don't know how to sugarcoat. And people usually kind of laugh at that, but they like that somebody's having a conversation with them, and they're not trying to like force them into a box or into a corner, or make them say something so they can come back and go, haha, earlier you said, right? It creates some challenges, and it's not comfortable. And when you have a process that's not comfortable, it usually leads to a lot of regret in the sales process, and you just don't need it, okay? All right, so the next question is, what do I do to prep? So here's the thing. I make a list of videos that I want to shoot, and I don't script them out because I would much rather give you like a real process than try to go, hey, here's perfect. And you know, like sometimes like I forget what word I'm gonna use, and sometimes I forget exactly what I'm gonna say, but I just pause for a couple of seconds, and then it usually comes back to me. So my prep time is I just make a list of about 40 to 60, sometimes 70 videos that I wanna shoot for wherever I'm going. Like I was just in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago, and I shot 11 videos out on the strip. The week before that, I was out in San Diego. I shot 9 videos out on the beach. So wherever I go, I'd shoot for 10 videos to try to get 10 videos depending upon the weather and how much time that I have and whatever's going on. I try to make that happen, okay? So what I do to prep is I just make a list of videos that I want to shoot. I go out and I just start shooting a ton of videos all at one time. And what happens is I build momentum, and it just makes it easier and easier and easier for the next one. Okay, so the next one is how often do I go to Hawaii, Las Vegas, San Francisco, San Diego? Common questions: Hawaii 4 to 6 times a year, Las Vegas about 8 times a year, San Diego 4 times a year. But you know, because of my job, I get to travel a lot, so I really like coming out here. 2 months a year is about on average. 1 to 2 months is about how much time that I stay out here, depending upon what I got going on with clients, okay? So those are all the most common questions about the shoot. Yes, it is live. Yes, I really am out here in Hawaii. Yes, it is fun. And you gotta know I love the red spooner shirts, okay? Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, you could do a favor, leave a comment, question, or story in the box down below. That'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. Subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Scott Sylvan Bell. Only Scott Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.